That dreaded first day, the day that you walk into a new place not knowing what kind of value you add, not knowing how things work, it's the complete unknown. Unless you're a weirdo like me who happens to like that kind of thing, yeehaw! Most people feel incredibly uncomfortable. And so in the previous video, we talked about this PDF guide that we send out to new employees, new team members a week before they start. And it's this first day, first week, first month. It's really setting up that moment you walk in the door and what do you do that very first day. And we do that in a lot of detail. Then that first week, which has a little bit less detail, and then that first month, which gets more general. So first day is really all about setting up the team, making them feel welcome and a part of the team and familiar with what's going on. It's that familiarity. And so the goal of our first day is to pack it full of stuff. We schedule it from the very beginning to the very end of the day. It's also a day that I make every effort to be in the studio if I'm traveling. We try and have people start with me on their first day. We have them arrive a little bit late. We have them wait until most of the people are in the studio and have had a chance to get started, get some emails out, do whatever they need to do, so that they're not walking in while everybody else is trying to figure out what's going on. We have them join us, if they're starting on a Monday, we have them join us on a thing that we call First 15, which is our cleanup of the studio. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video, who knows. Then we do this thing, one of the very first things we do is called the walk-in welcome wagon. A walk-in welcome wagon! And it's really, I or whoever is walking them around on their first day, takes them desk to desk. Area to area and introduces each person to the team. That person shows them what projects they're working on, talks about their background a little bit. It's really about getting them familiar with who are the people and where do they fit, what are the roles that they play, and what are they working on. After that, we go into talk about the history of FuseNeo and right into our family values and what's important to us. What has got us to the point that we are today and what matters to us going forward. We really want to set that ground rules. We want to set that context for people. Beyond that, we do what's called room tours. And so the people that are in charge of our different rooms, we'll take them around the rooms and talk about the tools that we have and all the equipment that's there and how we work and who to go to. So really, if they're doing anything in the studio, they know who that person is to turn to. Because all of our designers get in the shop, so all of them need to have familiarity with the shop and all the different tools and rooms. Then we get into some of the more practical stuff. At that point, you go to your desk and you get your credentials, you get your logins, your keys to the building. You start getting all that set up, and then you have a little bit of time to yourself to we call it home setup. Set up your desk, get really comfortable. And then we have the first of 5 lunches. And so I will take people out to lunch on their first day. Maybe somebody else from the team might join as well. After that, we do a thing called Blog in Bio. So we use a tool called Blogin as our intranet. And all of our designers are writing articles for Blogin. And one of the things that we ask them to write is a personal bio, which is it shows their personality and their character. It's got pictures in it, maybe of their family, and it always has their pets in it. But it really gets you familiar with who they are and their quirkiness and what they like to do. And so the titles are even bizarre on these things. But then we go into some things like project flow. How do projects work and how do things move through our studio? Where do they come in and who runs them? Then getting towards the end of the day, we know they're running a little bit on fumes and they've taken a lot in, so we do some fun stuff. We do their profile picture for the website. We do their business card, which are business cards you have to work with one of the other designers to design, and they should reflect your personality. And then the very end of the day, we say choose your own adventure. If you want to go and just poke through bins and see some of the work that we've done, if you want to spend some time just peeking over the shoulder of people, or if you want to spend a little bit more time on your profile, it's kind of your unwind for the day and your chance to set that up. So that's a lot, but the whole goal of that is really to schedule the beginning of the day to the end of the day, so you never walk in not knowing what you're doing and sitting at your desk. And people get this a week before they start, so they fully know, and they know that this is all about getting them familiar and comfortable with the people and the processes of FuseNeo. So hopefully that's helpful. We're encouraging more and more people to change the way that they bring people onto their teams. And stay tuned for our first week, first month video next.